Mariposa Lake, originally known as Wolf Lake, is a Jasper County Conservation Board managed artificial lake that was constructed in 1952. This 18-acre impoundment houses a watershed of 580 acres existing completely in Jasper County. Mariposa is located 6 miles northeast of Newton. Recreational activities occurring at the lake and the 151 acres of surrounding park land include fishing, camping, picnicking, and hiking. Mariposa draws nearly 1,700 annual visitors. Large amounts of sediment entering the lake over the past 68 years began to decrease the surface area and depth, creating a significant water quality problem at Mariposa. Annually, over 1,100 tons of sediment is being delivered to Mariposa Lake. That is about 73 dump truck loads of dirt each year. In addition, 1,760 pounds of phosphorus gets deposited into the lake each year. Approximately 89% of this phosphorus is attached to a sediment particle. Therefore, when sediment reaches the lake, so does the phosphorus. Phosphorus acts like a fertilizer and stimulates the growth of algae, turning the lake green and thick. When those algae die, they sink to the bottom of the lake and decompose in a process that removes oxygen from the water and causes a foul odor. The lack of oxygen can then also cause aquatic organism death. Predominantly agricultural in origin, the sedimentation problem at Mariposa has been directly related to the 32-to-1 watershed to lake area ratio, meaning for every 32 acres of land above the lake, there is only 1 acre of pool area available to capture that drainage. So basically, there is more watershed above the lake at Mariposa than it can actually handle. To reduce this problem, Jasper County Conservation installed conservation practices to actually reduce the watershed area. This wetland was built in the summer of 2012. It was installed at the north end of the lake to filter and trap sediment, but also serve as an area for flood storage, erosion control, fish and wildlife habitat, and also offers opportunities for recreation and aesthetic appreciation. This area has also been developed into an educational facility by Jasper County Conservation, with the addition of an interpretive sign by routing the nature trail to the wetland. This wetland reduces the sediment delivery to Mariposa Lake at an estimated 274 tons per year. During the summer of 2017, county staff began the process to drain Mariposa Lake. Construction activity began in early 2018 with the removal of sediment from the lake bed and from the west sediment pond. That sediment was then placed where the bison pen used to be. That area has been seeded down now and is the future site of a campground area, which we are excited to see at Mariposa. This campground area will be known as Bison Ridge Campground and will provide electrical sites as well as water and bathroom and shower facilities for campers. Currently, there are 3 ponds now at Mariposa: the main lake, the west sediment pond, and then 1 more west sediment pond above that. All of them have been stocked for fishing and will be available for fishing in the next couple of years after those fish are given time to grow. In early 2020, the lake restoration project at Mariposa finally concluded, resulting in over 170,000 cubic yards of material removed from the lake bed, which is more than 10,000 dump truck loads of sediment. The removal of an additional 20,000 cubic yards of material came from the west sediment pond. Below you can see a new structure that was placed to control the water level at Mariposa, as well as the rock plunge pool below. When Mariposa was originally built, the road served as the emergency spillway when we had large rain events. Now there is a constructed earthen emergency spillway that runs alongside the road, so the road and parking lot below will be protected in high rain event times. The water control structure that was put in the dam allows the County Conservation Board to reduce the levels of the water at any time. The shoreline has been aligned with rock, and there are rock outcroppings that can be seen going vertical into the lake that will provide fish habitat. More fish habitat can be seen in the lake in pallet structures, concrete, and trees that have been strapped down to the bottom of the lake. These all provide areas for fish to hide from predators and areas for spawning. There's a new hiking trail that also runs along the east side of the lake. It is handicap accessible and leads from the entrance of the park to the new boat ramp and kayak launch and then connects to the existing trail system that goes throughout the rest of the park. Steep shorelines can be seen, and those were done on purpose so that aquatic plant growth along the shoreline would be reduced. Though fish do like to hide in aquatic vegetation, the vegetation gets in the way of fishermen and causes other water quality problems. The old island in the middle of the lake will soon be underwater. The top of it is filled with rock and will act as a spawning bed for the fish to lay eggs. The spawning bed and old island will be underwater far enough, as well as the other fish habitat, so that boats coming down will have no problem going over the top of them without being damaged. This project has been long coming from Jasper County Conservation, and when it was finished, the project cost was about $2 million. Funding came from the DNR, Jasper County Conservation Board, Jasper County Board of Supervisors, and many, many, many grants. Jasper County Conservation is very proud to have you visit Mariposa Park very soon.